Thank you. Great. Okay, so we'll go and start as always with our Father, right? So, Patri et Filii et Spiritui Sancti. Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitte nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Patri et Filii et Spiritui Sancti. All right. Okay. So we'll start as usual. Any questions up until this point going forward? So today I think we're gonna at least get to the actual antiphons and also the prayer after communion. So we'll have the entire mass today. So we'll look at the prayer after communion again, like we have with the collect and with the prayer of the gifts. Just kind of give an understanding of what that is. And again, we'll pick up words that you maybe can understand, and we'll go through the translation too. So, of course, we'll start then with the introit, right, which is the first line there. So let me see if I can blow it up a little bit better. No, maybe not. What would be the best I can do? Okay. So see it. All right. Okay, so first off, rorate celi de supera nubes fluat justus, aperiatur terra et germinit salvatorum. So the song will not be done, right, for this. Now, if we're in the extraordinary form, they would say that, including the doxology, Gloria Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti, and then start again. But that's how we would start the Novus Ordo, is just the rorate celi de supera up until the Salvatorum, right? So he said once and repeated, so let's just repeat it real quick, right? Rorate celi de super et nubes fluant justum, aperiatur terra et germinit salvator. Beautiful. All right, put that away for 1 second as we go to the other. There we go. As we go to our beginning of the Mass, then, which is right here. So again, we start in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. So actually, let's try this. I think tonight we'll actually start chanting the stuff we can chant. That sound like a plan? Then we'll be able to get into these, right? So, in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Dominus vobiscum et
spiritu tuo.
And then fratres agnosticibus peccata nostra, ut aptisimus ad mysteria celebranda. Confiteor Deo omnipotenti et nobis fratres, quia peccave nibis, cogitatione, verbo, opere et omissione, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa, et Deo precor beata Mariam semper virginem, omnes angelos et sanctos, et vos fratres orare pro me ad Dominum Deum nostrum. Miseriatur nostri omnipotens Deus, et demissis peccatis nostris, perducat nos ad vitam aeternam. Amen.
Amen.
Kyrie eleison.
Kyrie eleison.
Christe eleison.
Christe eleison.
All right, let's try that again. Okay. Kyrie eleison.
Kyrie eleison.
Christe eleison.
Christe eleison.
Kyrie eleison. Kyrie eleison. So notice that the very last one is a little bit different, right? So usually you're matching the tone, but then at the end there's that kind of flare at the end, right? So let's keep that in mind That's usually when this is sung. That's usually how you would chant it, even during Easter and Lent. Okay, so we won't have the glory that evening, but we'll go ahead and just practice it now because why not? So, and actually, we would probably chant this too. So, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Now okay, one point to make. When you see these chant, and this is just more of a chant list than anything else. When you see these double bars, what that meant to do is actually it's done in choir. So the cantor, or in this case the presider, would start with that Gloria in excelsis Deo, and then the people would respond et in terra pax hominibus bone voluntatis, and then you switch to the choir, right? Laudamus Dei. Then the people would benedicimus Dei, right? So that's how it would go back and forth. So wherever you see the double bars, that means there's a change in who's singing. Okay. So you want to try that way, or just want to do it all together? Might do it all together first. So it might be better to do that.
Yeah, there's not too many of us here.
Very
One
good.
needs a little support.
Gloria in excelsis Deo, et in terra pax hominibus bone voluntatis. One other thing, whenever you see that little dot next to the square, that means you'll hold it for like another beat. Okay, so it's kind of a stress. Okay, this is a Gregorian notation, so it's a little bit different than, like, quarter notes and everything else, right? So yeah. All right. Laudamus Dei, benedicimus Dei, adoramus Dei, glorificamus Dei, gratias agimus tibi, propter magnum gloriam tuam, Domine Deus Rex Celestis, Deus Pater Omnipotens, Domine Filii Unigenite, Iesu Christe, Domine Deus Agnus Dei, Filius Patri, qui tollis peccata mundi, miserere nobis. Qui tollis peccata mundi, suscite deprecationem nostra. Qui sedes et dextrem Patris, miserere nobis, onium tu solus sanctus, tu solus Dominus, tu solus altissimus, Iesu Christe, cum Sancto Spiritus, in gloria Dei Patris. Amen. Great. Wow. You're Scola here. It's great. It was wonderful, right?
Ron would be sad.
I didn't know Percy was here. Just it's more penance for him. Yeah. So I mean, so good. And also too kind of helps us kind of also get the pronunciations too, right? We're chanting it. There's a little time to correct ourselves and stuff like that. Right? So good.
Drag the syllables out of it.
That's right. You're right. Right. So good. All right. Okay. So then we get then we'll have Oremus, right? And then we go to our there's so many pages over here. We go to our collect, right? Which is oh wow, that's not really. Maybe I can do better this way. I think last time I just kind of spread it out and make that way better. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, so Deus qui de beata Maria Virginis utero verbum tuum angelo nunciante carnum suscipere voluisti presto supplicibus tuis utque vere eam de genitricium credimus eius apud te intercessionibus adiuvemur per Domine Jesum Christum. Amen. All right, or Bell, or, right, so you need one of those two. And I think we looked at the first one last week, right?
Yes.
So let's look at this one real quick, right? Well, I don't think we did this one, did we?
Don't remember.
I remember some of the words. I think we may.
Yeah. I remember.
Okay.
Like on a deep point.
What'd you find?
Like, oh, that gave me trouble.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, in that case, let's go back into, let's go back to the, okay.
What did he say? What?
So you have a question? Alan?
Table around for it. I said, I like this. I said, goes, well, thanks for your cane. I said, I think it'll be okay. We still have praise, but
All right, so then we have the first reading, which we're still going to debate that. When we get back in May, we'll decide what the, I think it's coming from Isaiah though, regardless. At the end, of course, will be lectura secundum prophet Isaiah. Read it there in English.
Just in case it rains tonight, I didn't want it to get wet.
Mary Ellen?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I think we're hearing your conversation.
Sorry.
That's okay. If you want to put on mute until you want to talk, why don't you go ahead and do that?
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Virabum Domini Deo Gratias, right? Okay. Then we have we'll then have the Psalm, I think, was it 140? We had a couple different ones on that one, so I think there's 3 options for that. We'll look at those. Then we have the blessing for the priest, for the deacon. I did talk to Deacon Dave to see if he was available. He's looking at that. So, Lui Domine, Domine, beneficiary, or Domine. All right, that's a blessing. Dominus sit corda teo et labiis tuis et digne et competentor et annuntius evangelium sum in nomine Patris et Filii Spiritus. All right, so of course the deacon will start Dominus vobiscum. Lectio Sancti Evangelii secundum Lucas.
Gloria tibi Domine.
Then of course at the end, Verbum Domini.
Laus sibi Christe.
Here's interesting. There's interesting. They have Verbum Domini, which means the word of the Lord. But I wonder if that should be Evangelium Domini.
I don't know.
Let me see here. Hold on. I think it is. Let me see here. No, yeah, it is Verbum Domini. Interesting.
I think though, if you chanted it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's chanted a little differently, but it's said the same way.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So Verbum Domini Laus tibi Christe. Per Evangelica dicta uniam for nostra dicta. So for the word of gospel. Okay. Again, we're not going to say the creed because not a Sunday that day, but guess what?
No,
You're
great.
not into singing?
So
No, I just,
again, we see the double bars, right? So again, it'll be inquire done that way, right? And to be, I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of experience chanting the creed anyway, but we can try to do this itself, right?
Yeah.
Credo in sums unum Deum, Patrem omnipotent. Oh boy, that's not, yeah, that's not right. I'll just go ahead and say it. Or,
Yay.
right.
I don't know which creed that is.
Yeah, was that?
Not the one I used to be sung back then.
Yeah, that's a
Well, I
little bit
think
different.
that'd be 1 and 3, but
Yeah,
that's
that's
a little high. It's a little high.
yeah.
all right. Credo in unum Deum, Patrem omnipotentem, Factorum caeli et terra, visibilium et invisibilium, et in unum Dominum Jesum Christum, Filium Dei gentitum, et ex Patre natum ante omnia secula, Deum de Deo, lumen de lumine, Deum verum Deo verum, genitum non factum substantialem Patri, per quem omnia facta sunt, Vi propter nos homines, et propter nostrum salute, descendit de celis, et incarnatus est Spiritus Sancto, ex Maria Virgine, et homo factus est. Crucifixus etiam pro nobis, sub Pontio Pilato passus et sepultus est, et resurrexit tertia die, secundum scripturas, et ascendit in caelum, sedet ad dexteram Patris, et iterum venturus est in gloria judicare vivos et mortuos, cuius regni non erit finis, et in Spiritus Sanctum Dominum et Vivificantem, qui ex Patre Filioque procedit, qui cum Patre et Filio simul adorator et conglorificator, qui locutus est pro prophetas, et unum sanctum catholicam et apostolicam ecclesiam, confiteor unum baptismum permissionem peccatorum, et expecto resurrectionem mortuorum, et vitam venturi seculi. Amen.
Amen.
Wonderful. Now all the petitions, well, I'm sure the deacon will be doing that. Then we actually have the offertory, right? So, Dr. Irwin has brought up, Benedictus es Domini Deus Universi, qui te tua largitate acceptimus panem, quim tibi offerimus fructum terrae et operis manum omnium, ex quo nobis fiat panis vitae.
Benedictus Deus in secula.
Deus ad vitam misericordias, quintus consortes qui cantatus requiet. Benedictus es Domini Deus Universi, qui te tua largitate acceptimus vinum, quod tibi offerimus fructum vitis et operis manum omnium, ex quo nobis fiat potas spiritualis.
Benedictus Deus in secula.
In spiritum tacit omnium. Orate fratres, et meum ad vestrum sacrificium acceptibile fiat apud Deum Patrum omnipotentem.
Suscipia Dominum sacrificium
De manibus tuis, ad laudem et gloriam nominis sui. Vitatem quoque nostram potiosque ecclesiae sui sancte. Okay, then the priest of Hannah said over the prayer of the offerings, which is on this other sheet. Super oblata. Et cepe Domine ac munera et tua virtute et sacramentum salutis converte, in quos sanctibus figuralibus patrum hostis, veros agnus offeratur Jesu Christus filius tuus, ex in acta virgine ineffibilitur ter natus, qui vivit et regnat in saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Amen. Go back to, then we have the, start with the Eucharistic preface. So, Dominus vobiscum.
Ac in spiritu tuo.
Sersum corda. Habemus
Dominus ad Dominum.
gratias agamus. Domino Deus.
Deus est.
Wait, hold on
No,
a second.
Oh,
yeah, that was part of mine.
Gracias.
Gratias agamus Domino Deo nostro. Dignum et iusum. Okay, then we have the, yeah, that's a little different, right?
Yeah.
Dominus vobiscum. That was like, it's more like an upbeat with the sensus concorda, right? So it's kind of weird. Maybe Mary Beth might have a better chant. We'll have to look for that one.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the preface and then the Sanctus, right? So we already all know these. So Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus Dominus Deus,
Deus
Leni sunt celi et
terra
gloria tua, Hosanna in excelsis, benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini, Hosanna in excelsis. So we have the Tangitour, which is the first Eucharistic prayer. Of course, we have the central rite, the chipte amanducat exalt omnes hoc enim corpus meum quid pro vobis tradetur. And then excipite et bibite ex eo omnis hic est enim calix sanguinis mei novi et aeterne testamente qui pro vobis et pro multis effindetur in remissionem peccatorum hoc facite in meum commemorationem. And then we have Mysterium fidei mortem tuam annunciamus Domine et tuam resurrectionem confitemus done venias. Yeah, another thing too, when we come to chant, you see like these little like squiggles, right? And that's kind of like a flourish, right? So, right? So it's kind of like, just keep that in mind too, right? And we finish up the Eucharistic prayer. Everyone's going to be intently listening to this, I'm sure. Por ipsum et cum ipso et in ipsum, est tibi Deo Patri omnipotentem, in unitate Spiritus Sancti, omnis honor et gloria pro omnia saecula saeculorum. Amen. Okay, then of course you have the Our Father, which we started with tonight. So, Praesiptius salutaribus moniti et divina institutione formati audimus dicere. Pater noster. We actually, hold on.
Oh, great.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum. Adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitte nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimissus debitoribus nostri, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. That's interesting. That just kind of has flat. I like to take it up a little bit, like, oh, but hey, whatever. Each their own. Libera nos quissimus Domini ab omnibus malis, da propitius pacem in diebus nostris, ut ope misericordiae tuae adiuti et a peccatum simus semper, liberi et ab omni perturbatione securi, expectantes beatum spem et eventum salvatoris nostri, Iesu Christe.
Via
tuum et regnum et potestas et gloria in saecula. Domini Iesu Christe, qui dixistis apostolis tuis, pacem relinquo vobis, pacem meam do vobis. Ne respectias peccata nostra, sed fidem ecclesiae tuae, amque secundum voluntatem tuum, pacificare et corandunare dineris, qui vivis et regnas in saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Pax Domini sit semper vobiscum.
Et cum spiritu tuo.
Offerte vobis pacem. Right, so we mix the blood, the body and the blood, and then Grant's favorite part. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona nobis pacem. Domini Jesu, that's the prayer that the priest says himself. So, Ecce Agnus Dei, ecce qui tollit peccata mundi, beate qui ad cenam agni vocate sunt. Domine non sinus et intres tectum meo, sed tantum de verbo et sanabitur. Amen. Corpus Christi custodiat meam, sanguis Christi custodiat meam. So the priests themselves. Then we have the antiphon. So let's go to the antiphon, which is on this other page. So many pages. Okay, the offertory, the Communionem font is Ecce Virgo Concipiet et Pariet Filium et vocabitur nomen eius Emmanuel. I think we went over this last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
So behold, the virgin shall conceive in her womb a son, and his name shall be Emmanuel. Right. So we did that one, didn't we? Wonderful. Good. Okay. So then we'll probably have a hymn that'll be sung during this time. I'm sure Mary Beth will have a beautiful one to be sung. So Corpus Christi,
Amen.
and if we're at that point, Sanguis Christi, but we'll see how that goes, right? And then we have the prayer for communion. So Oremus. Let's see. So I don't think we've looked at this one yet, have we? Well, no. So this will be fun. Oh, no, okay, so we had the Super Blata, which was the prayer of the gifts. Now we have the Post Communionem, right? Mysteria qui subsimus Domini Deus noster, misericordiam tuum in nobis semper ostentat, ut filii tui incarnatione salvemur, qui genitricis eius commemorationem fideli mente celebramus, qui vivit et regnat in saecula saeculorum. Amen. All right, so what are some words we know from here? Somewhat familiar, hopefully.
Last line, live and reign.
Live and reign, right? We live
Forever
it
and
to
ever.
and say forever and ever. It's good. Right, secular, forever and ever. Secular, right? Okay, well, what about mysteria? Mystery, right? Qui sumpsimus. So, like, what does sumpsimus remind you of? Sumptuous, right? Like, so yeah, we have the mysteria which we have consumed or eaten, right? Sumpsimus. Domini Deus noster, right? Our Lord God, right? Misericordium, for that word, mercy. Tuam, your mercy. In nobis semper ostendat. So nobis are, semper always. And what about ostendat?
Something like extend.
Yeah, probably something like extend. Let's see. Let's go that one here.
For sure.
Yeah, right. So maybe showed forth, right? Ostentatious, right? Kind of a show off, right? So very good. Ut filii, that your son to a incarnatione, so like in flesh, right? Incarnation, salvemur, right? For salvation, right? Right. Saved by the incarnation. Who genitrici, so mother, right? Is like the source again, right? We've seen that before. Eius commemorationem, that we commemorate, remember, right? Fideli, faithful. Mente celebramos. So mente, any ideas about that one? Yeah, mind, or it could also just like be being, like present, right? And then celebramos, so we celebrate, right? Yeah, so good. I think we got a lot of those, right? So here's what the translation is. May the mysteries we have received, so again, we see mysteria qui sumpsimus, we've eaten, our Lord, our God, O Lord, our God, always show forth your mercy. So this is according to always in those semper ostended, show forth always your mercy, right? That we who commemorate in faith, so fidelmente, we are present in celebration and faith. The mother of your son, right? May be saved by his incarnation. So salvemur, we are saved by his incarnation, who lives and reigns forever. Again, you know, it's almost like a puzzle, right? You got to put it all back in place. So the way we translate probably wouldn't fine, right? But again, the key to when it comes to Latin is to reduce it to as few words as possible. And so even like the mente portion, we don't really see that here.
Yeah.
That's really kind of another form of like is, right? It's
Okay.
like being, like they're here, right? Okay, good. Questions about that? Wonderful. All right. And so I don't know if we'll have a final blessing or not, but we'll figure that out. So in seculae seculorum, amen. Dominus vobiscum, et cum spiritu tuo, benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Amen.
Ite missa est, Deo gratias. It's interesting, you don't have the chant for that, that's interesting. But, yeah, so for that, then that'll be it, so. Good, great, we feel more confident then when it comes to this stuff. That was very good, you guys, I was really impressed by some of the, translation, that's good, we're getting there, yeah. Great, any questions, comments, concerns, heresies?
My daughter wants to know if I have a test at the end.
I am not that
Just
cruel.
doing our best.
I am not
How
that
old is
cruel.
she?
30.
Oh, I thought she was
Well,
the
I
age. She
How is
just
this?
wanted you
You
to have
should
a
give
test.
her a test and see how she does.
Right. Most of us in a teaching business don't like to get tests.
Yeah, really.
Because we hate the.
That's a great
freedom,
help.
That's
right?
why I never wanted to be a teacher, because I didn't want to have to worry about, correcting homework and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
homework was another terrible thing, especially since there was a lot of copying going on.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all I got for tonight. Great job, everybody. I think we're doing well. We're progressing pretty well. So I think we'll just keep on doing this. Keep on every day. We'll keep on coming back every week. Again, we're not going to meet on Easter Sunday, of course. So next week we'll meet, and then the week after we'll take a little break and then come back for Divine Mercy Sunday, right? Great. Unless there are any questions, we'll call it a night, and then we'll see you next week.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right.
thank you.
Great. Hey, what do you say? She did it. That was good.